Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we've covered topics like this before. And as you guys already know, your boy is wildly obsessed with Germany. And I've asked a lot of you guys, what are some things that you shouldn't do when you go to Germany? Things you should not do no, whatsoever. Like, go ahead, drop a comment right now as to things you should never do when you enter Germany, because that's what we're going to be getting into. I found a website that has a very interesting title. Has an article on it. It's from awesomejelly.com. It's 30 things you should never do in Germany. We're going to see how many of these things I already know versus the things that I might not know. Go ahead and drop a like on this video. As always, this video is not going to be edited like most of my videos aren't. And of course, subscribe to the channel if you guys are new, but let's not waste any time. Let's see what they're talking about. So boom, we have this little blurb right here. Let's go ahead and put my green screen up so we can read this together. All right, so it says Germany, officially known as the Federal Republic of Germany, is the most populous member state of the European Union with around 83 million inhabitants. It's also the second most populous state in Europe next to Russia. Oh my God. It covers an area of 357,386 square kilometers. Its capital is Berlin. Oh, okay, we know this. We know all of these things about Germany already. Tell me something I don't know. After the seizure of power in 1933, Germany went through a dictatorship which led to the annexation of Austria, World War II, and the Holocaust. After the end of World War II, two German states were founded. West Germany formed from the American, British, and French occupation zones, and East Germany from the Soviet occupation zone. The Berlin Wall divided Berlin from 1961 to 1989, which is a long goddamn time. Germany was reunified on October 3rd, 1990. Today, Germany has so much to offer tourists. There are so many places to see and so many things to do. The people, though, often serious, are friendly, and will help if asked. So we're going to go ahead and to do our first thing that you should not do in Germany. We're going to go ahead and read about that, hitting the next button here. And it says, boom, show the salute. I'm not going to say this word for monetization reasons, obviously, but you shouldn't be doing this. All right. This is prohibited and is totally against the law. Never do this even as a joke. You will be fined, sent to jail, or worse, beaten up by the locals, which I did hear. My friend did tell me that this is very much an actual thing. The stigma of Hitler and the regime still affects the people, and they are serious about making jokes with gestures or talking about him. Most Germans who were not born yet during these terrible times were educated about it. They may not feel as strong as those who were, but nevertheless, it is not something that they're proud of, or for that matter, want to have anything to do with. So be aware and be respectful. Do not forget this while in Germany. Next, be late. This is something I've heard. So another thing that I'm very aware of. Don't be late. German people are sticklers for punctuality. They do not take this lightly. They are disciplined and well organized. And if you're late for a meeting, you waste their time, and they will definitely take offense. Better to be around 5 to 10 minutes early for an appointment, whether business or casual. Even if you are a foreigner, there is no excuse for not making proper adjustments to your schedule, so you will not be late for an appointment. Whether it is for a tour, meeting, restaurant reservation, or going to a friend's home, keep this in mind always. You don't want to be put in an embarrassing situation. The saying, better late than never, does not apply in Germany. And if you guys agree with this statement, please let me know in the comments down below, because I am very curious about this whole little feat thing we got going on. 30 things you should never do in Germany. Forget to respect Sundays. All right. Sundays is a cherished rest day for Germans. Even shops are closed on Sundays. It doesn't have anything to do with religion. It's more about tradition. There is a law which does not allow loud noises such as vacuuming, drilling, or playing loud music, even in your own house on Sundays, especially between 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. and 10 p.m. to 7 a.m. This also holds true for tourists and hotels. Do not be loud on Sundays. So if you gonna get to cheek clapping, you better pipe it down, because that's not the way That is not the way, my friend. That is not the way. So next, okay. It's not doing the. I think I've looped. Oh wait. It says sing the first verse of the national anthem. So don't do this. That's something you don't do. Why, you may ask? Well, it's important to consider the historical background of the Deutschlandlied. The song was written in 1841 and became the national anthem of the Weimar Republic in 1922, but was repurposed by the regime, who sang the first verse followed by their party anthem. The Allied parties banned the singing of the Deutschlandlied after World War II until the new German government declared in 1952 that only the third verse will be the official national anthem. So again, the stigma of the regime, so be aware. Don't even talk about it. Germans will take offense. Everybody that's watching that's German, can you guys agree that this is something that's accurate, or is it something that is not accurate? Let me know in the comments down below. Boom, this is a big one. And this is for all my American homies watching this that decide to go to Germany and think that they don't know how to speak English. This is something you never, ever should do in Germany, which is think Germans don't understand English, bruh. Now, there's going to be a blurb as to why, but I can just go ahead and add my 2 cents in here and say that English is a very popular language that is taught in almost every single school in Germany. So everyone there knows how to speak very good English. If just as good as their German, if not a teensy bit better than at least our English. You know what I'm saying? So be careful what you say in English when speaking near Germans. Most of them speak decent English, and if they overhear you negatively criticizing something about their place or food or people, they will not hesitate to confront you and tell you off. They are very straightforward and proud people. Besides, it's not polite to criticize. I think it is to some degree, but there's a way to do it. Do it politely. You would not want to be at the receiving end for sure, so always be polite and respectful. On the other hand, this could be beneficial, especially if you need directions or information. Most Germans can converse in English, so use this positively, not negatively. Interesting. Rely too much on credit cards. We talked about this too because it's very important. Germany and the digitalization issue. Most tourists prefer to use credit cards as it minimizes the burden of carrying too much cash around and possibly losing it to maybe thefts or just being careless. But in Germany, cash is king. Some establishments only accept cash payments, so be aware and carry just enough for your estimated expenses. Never bring more cash than what you need for your daily schedule. You'll never know when thieves will strike. While most hotels and restaurants will accept credit cards, it pays to always be prepared with cash. You want to avoid embarrassing situations. I agree. Drop by unannounced. Oh, I did hear this one, but it wasn't really emphasized. So let me know in the comments down below. Is it like uncomfortable when people spontaneously show up to your house, like a friend shows up to your house like unannounced and stuff like that? They don't walk in your house, but they like bang on your door like, hey, just wanted to hang out. Like, would that bother you? Rule of thumb: when visiting someone in Germany, call before you drop by. Never, and I mean never, drop by unannounced. This is really important. Germans are well organized and set in their ways and do not appreciate surprises, especially surprise visits, as it throws them off. It is considered very rude and is not taken lightly. It is not difficult to inform the person that you plan to drop by. Besides, it is the polite and proper thing to do. Germans cherish their right to privacy, particularly in their own homes, so try not to be a gate crasher. Didn't realize that was an actual term, but moving on. Don't be on the phone late at night. What? All right, listen. Unless for emergencies, disturbing someone by phoning them late at night is a disturbance of their organized plans for the evening. Calls after 8 p.m. are frowned upon, and on Saturdays, do not call between 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. I did not know that at all. When German sports news is on, respect their traditions as well as their privacy. Follow these rules and there will be no problems. Germans are very frank. If annoyed, they will not hesitate to make it known. So it's always best to call during the proper, decent times. Remember this when in Germany. Now, guys, I'm not sure about this one. This one seems a bit extreme. I mean, I don't see what the problem with calling someone after 8 p.m. would be, but I would never call someone after 8 p.m. in the first place because there's no need to. But if I needed to, then you know what I'm saying? Like, let me know how accurate this point was. All right. Be an impatient pedestrian. Whoa, these are getting weird, man. When walking in Germany, notice how the pedestrians are patiently waiting for the green light to cross, even when there are no vehicles in sight. Even if you are in a rush, do not be impatient and break the rules. Wait for the light to turn green. It's only proper. Otherwise, you may be scolded by the locals and fined by the authorities. And obviously, never jaywalk. It's a crime and should save your life. This is basically a rule of thumb anywhere you go, but they are stricter about it in Germany. So behave accordingly. It's not a difficult thing to do. Always remember you are a guest in their country. Very, very, very true. Now, if this isn't accurate, if this is not accurate, let me know. This I know is accurate. Walk in a bicycle lane. Don't do that. There are vehicle lanes, bicycle lanes, and pedestrian lanes. Stay in your damn lane. Walking in a bicycle lane is a traffic offense and can get you injured and injure the cyclist as well. Cyclists are used to traveling at fast speeds via these lanes, so don't trespass. You will surely get shouted at and insulted, or worse, they will purposely bump into you to teach you a lesson. And if the cyclist gets hurt, you will pay for the hospitalization and injuries. Too bad if you are the one injured, you pay for your ignorance, which is a very fair thing. Don't be stupid. Next. Ride the public transport without a ticket. This is kind of a rule of thumb for any place you're at where you're taking public transportation and you don't have a ticket. You should have a ticket. There's train tickets for a reason. In Germany, you can often enter stations without going through a turnstile or a ticket inspection checkpoint, but this does not mean you can ride for free, be it a train, tram, or bus. Look for the ticket machines and purchase your ticket. Otherwise, you will be fined up to 60 euros for your mistake. A heavy fine, but that is to deter people from abusing the public transportation system. Some tourists are not aware of this, but ignorance of the law is no excuse. Do your research, and you can always ask around where you can get a ticket. Interesting. I don't think I would be so eager to. Boom. Here we go. Also, never disrespect autobahn rules. According to this article, driving in and around Germany is a comfortable leisurely experience. Foreign driver's licenses are accepted up to 6 months. Most are always excited to drive for their first time in the autobahn, where the speed is almost limitless. There is a recommended speed of 130 kilometers per hour, but you'll notice some cars going over 200 kilometers per hour. It's for this reason that there are strict rules, like do not drive in the middle lane or worse, on the left lane. These are meant to be passing lanes for faster vehicles. Avoid serious road rage and obviously accidents. Follow the rules and you will enjoy driving around without any problems. All right. That seems pretty straightforward. Boom. So also never take recycling lightly. That's another interesting point. Another rule to study before going to Germany: the locals take recycling very seriously. Most tourists who did not do their research get confused. Most establishments and households have different colored trash bins for organic waste, regular waste, plastics, and paper. Empty glass bottles are also discarded separately depending on whether they are white, brown, or green glass. Light bulbs, batteries, and electronics are also recycled separately. So now you see how serious Germans are. After all, they are ranked first in the world for recycling. So be aware and follow their rules. America, I think, has fallen off on the recycling wave, man. I'm not going to lie. Forget grocery shopping etiquette. Oh, I want to see what they talk about this. So don't forget the grocery shopping etiquette. So right here, rules. There are many in Germany, including grocery shopping. First of all, you have to bring your own shopping bags. What? I know I've gone over this before, but that still blows my mind. Germany is not like the rest of the world. No one will bag your groceries for you, and you must not clog up the aisle taking time to bag your groceries. Best put them all back in the cart, go to the side or ledge area, and bag them there. Lastly, don't leave the shopping cart in the parking area when you're done. You will have to bring them back to the front of the store. It's the proper thing to do. Good. Googly moogly, man. Like, man, convenience was definitely not a factor when they made those grocery stores, I guess. Very, 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 very wild stuff here. Also, this is a very good point. Don't expect water to be free in Germany because it definitely is not. Unlike other countries where water is given free at restaurants, in Germany, water is charged just like an ordinary drink. Don't get shocked. That's how it is all over the nation. You have to order it and realize they have different kinds to choose from. If you want plain water, ask for still water. There is mineral water, sparkling water, etc. All come in bottles, glass bottles at that for the most part. So don't expect a pitcher of iced water to go with your meals. Of course, you have the option for a soda, beer, or wine to go with your food. The choice is yours. Boom. So this is a very interesting fact. Don't expect to sit alone at a table in a beer garden. So here's how this goes. Beer garden tables and benches are meant for several people to enjoy. It is a spirit of camaraderie found during Oktoberfest celebration. So if you're a couple or alone, expect others to sit at the same table with you. You don't even have to talk to them or buy them a beer. Just exchange pleasantries and go on enjoying. Of course, there's nothing wrong with making a few new friends, and when they realize you are tourists, they may even buy you a beer. It's a good experience for tourists. Just don't overdrink to the point of getting drunk. Making friends is good. Making enemies is not good. So, also, never arrive empty-handed, apparently. When invited to a home, it is always polite to bring some kind of gift, be it a bouquet of flowers, a bottle of wine, or some pastries, etc. Never arrive empty-handed. Now listen, if I'm coming over to your house, I have these two things. I got my biceps. I always bring them with me. They're a treat to look at. Most especially if you were invited to spend the night. Any place you visit, it always pays to be thoughtful. Bringing a token gift symbolizes your appreciation for the invitation. It will be really appreciated by your host. It does not have to be expensive. Any token of appreciation will be the most welcome. You will surely gain their respect and admiration. Let me know if that's true. Also, never enter someone's home with your shoes on. Oh my God. Ask first the host if it's okay to enter with your shoes on. This is not a very strict rule, but a polite gesture, really. Most people in Germany don't wear shoes around the house. Slippers are normally used. If it is a formal dinner, for example, the rule does not apply. Unlike most homes in Asian countries where removing the shoes is a traditional belief, it's for more practical reasons in Germany. The practice varies from house to house. Most are used to having this practice awkward for tourists, especially a guest to their home. So most times it will not be required. Just ask to make sure. It will also show that you respect their home and traditions. Alrighty. So oh wow, this is a weird one. You can't request to take food home. What the heck? So as a guest to a meal at home, you're expected to eat well and as much as you like. Do not be rude by asking the host if you could doggy bag some of the meal back to your hotel or rented unit. It is totally unheard of and will reflect badly on you and your nationality. It will appear to them that you are selfish and impolite. Really, it is not proper. If, however, you are offered, you can thank them and refuse politely, as is what is expected. I'm going to let y'all know straight up. If you guys offer me food to take home, I'm taking that shit home. I don't care if you think I'm disrespectful and rude. I'm about to eat me some good ass food in my hotel room. Okay. Don't be the ill-mannered tourist. Looks like I'm about to be the ill-mannered tourist. Besides, if they refuse your request for a doggy bag, is what a lot of people call it. I don't call it a doggy bag, but apparently people call a take-home bag of food a doggy bag. You will just put yourself in an embarrassing situation. Probably won't ever be invited again. Well, that says a lot. But that, greet advanced birthday wishes. Now, I got in trouble for this a lot. Oh man, a lot of my German friends, I would be like, yo, happy birthday. And they would get mad as hell. They're like, don't do that. That's like messed up. You know, it's not my birthday yet, so don't say happy birthday. Most people don't mind being greeted in advance, but for whatever reason, the greeter has, and they don't mind their presence in advance either. But believe it or not, Germans do mind. Their rules on time management go both ways. Don't be late and don't be too advanced. They're pretty much like everything be on time, including birthday greetings. Besides, there is a hanging superstition of bad luck that should the greeting be in advance. So don't push your luck. Always be on time in Germany. And you know, if you do wish, yeah, isn't it like 7 years of bad? Oh, that's the glass clinking thing. So in Germany, do not get drunk in public. Apparently, I thought you guys literally did that. Like, isn't that what makes Germany great? Anyways, Germans love to drink beer. Germans love to drink, be it beer, wine, schnapps, etc. The drink is pretty enjoyable. And even drink in the streets as it's widely accepted. They enjoy Oktoberfest in Munich or beer gardens located almost everywhere, but they frown on drunks. Germans believe that they can hold their own liquor well and know how to enjoy. Getting drunk and obnoxious is not a part of the deal. So when drinking with Germans, do your best to not overdo it and don't try to outdrink them. I'm going to read that again. Do not try to outdrink a German. You won't be impressing them. Chances are you will just embarrass yourself, so behave accordingly. These are very like strong things. So don't stereotype Germany. That's another one over here. Many first-time tourists think Germany is synonymous with beer, medieval houses, and leather shorts and knee socks. And they forgot the Neuschwanstein Castle. Those are actually Bavarian in nature, not German. Germany is more than just beer, although they do have good beer and beer festivals. They have great wine, especially the well-known Riesling wine from the Rhine Valley. They have the modern infrastructure and housing units and lederhosen or leather shorts for our traditional working man's wear. Germany happens to be a leading country in the fashion industry along with France, Italy, the US, the UK, and Japan. Each region also is also different, so there is no typical Germany. Each place will have unique surprises for you to discover, which is also pretty true. Never expect small talk. That speaks for itself. We can press on. Never expect VIP treatment. What the freak? Unlike nightclubs and high-end bars, most of Europe where they have VIPs treated better than regular customers, Germany does not believe in VIPs. This is actually a good trait. All is fair for everyone. You just have to fall in line like the rest and wait your turn. You may flash some cash if you think it'll help. It better be a lot of cash though, but don't get shocked if your cash is taken and you still have to wait in line. Just go with the flow and enjoy. And don't even think about trying to brawl with the bouncers. Boom. Mispronounce the hello greeting. Hallo, Deutschschule. Germans don't say hello, it's hallo. It's the most usual greeting being used. Also, a firm handshake from men with eye contact is expected. Don't offer your hand without looking at the person you're greeting. It's rude and impolite. They will take it to mean offense. And don't salute or wave your hand. It's not understood to be a greeting. Remember, the Germans are quite formal, even in their ways of greeting. Man, I feel like a lot of this is very like, I feel like it's subjective-ish, but a lot of this does have some truth to it, I think. But like, you guys let me know how you feel about this in the comments down below, because sheesh. All right, underestimate formalities. Germans are formal, and you should be as well. Do not call people you just met by their first names, especially if they're older than you. Use the formal Sie or Herr or Frau, followed by their family name. If they are your age, more or less, using du will be sufficient with the first name. But to be sure, you may ask that person how they prefer to be addressed. Knowing you're trying your best, they will not be offended. Boom. Discuss the refugee topic. I also noticed that was a very triggering topic for a lot of people. Don't think you will impress a German with your updated sense of current events by discussing the refugee topic. It's a very touchy topic, and you don't know if the person you're talking to supports the government issue with refugees or not. Whatever the case may be, it's not polite to discuss such, particularly for small talk, which Germans don't engage in. So there are many other things you can talk about without being intrusive and appearing obnoxious. Use your common sense. Avoid topics that are prying and nosy. Always be polite. Food is always a good topic if you don't know what to talk about, which is absolutely true. I'd be getting hungry for no reason, bruh. Getting salted by stares. Everybody in Germany does that. That's like a normal thing. Expect to go to a sauna and not get knocky. Of course, you're going to be knocky in a sauna in Germany. Don't expect to run out of gas. If you plan on driving in Germany, especially in the autobahn, make sure you have enough gas in the tank. While there is no law against running out of gas, there is a law against making unnecessary stops, as this may create dangerous situations. Make sure you always check the gas meter in the vehicle. Authorities will not understand any excuses you make if you run out of gas. Heavy fines are to be expected if in the autobahn. They are very strict here. Most accidents are fatal with the speeds that the car go to, so don't be a statistic. Anyone with a pillow, boom. Don't hit anyone with a pillow because it's actually seen as a weapon. I heard about that. Well, seems like that was the end of our rope, my guy. We did all 30 things, and honestly, that was pretty crazy. You let me know what you think in the comments down below. Was that accurate? Was it not? I have no idea. That's why you guys are here. 300 likes. Slap them on this video. I love you guys. Take care. Have a good one. Peace.